Chosen ones, what I am about to reveal may surprise you, even leave you breathless. It is no accident that you're hearing this message now. God's hand has guided you to this moment. He has called you forth because a divine transformation is unfolding in your life. You are moving from a state of merely wanting to one of having. Yes, those prayers, hopes, and dreams that have felt distant are beginning to draw near, not by chance, but by design. This shift is far more than a mental change. It is a profound spiritual transformation, and it signifies your readiness to step into God's will with a fullness of purpose. As a chosen one, you are not here simply to dream or hope without end. You are called to live in the fullness of God's provision, to experience His blessings as they manifest through you. Yet to fully receive what He has set aside, it's essential to understand the nature of this shift. Today, you are invited to open your heart, to release old limitations, and to align deeply with a new reality where desire is transformed into gratitude and prayers become answered realities. Before we dive into this divine revelation, take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and comment the number 77. In the Bible, numbers carry great meaning, and by commenting, you are aligning with God's energy, sending a signal of readiness to receive the blessings that await. Think of Joshua and the walls of Jericho, how they fell, not by force alone, but through faithful alignment. In declaring your readiness, you make room for God to move in ways that defy human understanding. And know this, if you are among the chosen, you will feel a pull, a resonance in your spirit that this message is indeed for you. If it is not yet your time, you may find it difficult to continue to the end. So I ask, will you let this truth shape and guide you? Those who remain open to it, who embrace it fully, will see their lives transformed beyond imagination. Let us journey together, step by sacred step, into the shift God has prepared. Chosen ones, let us delve into the essence of desire. Desire, at its core, is not a fleeting wish nor a simple want. It is an indication of a spiritual gap between where you stand and where God has called you to be. This gap is sacred, a space that reminds you that you were created for something beyond the ordinary. Your longing for purpose, your yearning for love, peace, abundance, these are not accidents. They are divine signals, nudging you closer to your spiritual calling. In this way, desire becomes a guide, a reminder that there is a greater unfolding waiting to manifest through you. The Bible shows us this truth in the story of Hannah. Her longing for a child wasn't merely a personal desire. It was a deep alignment with God's purpose for her life. Hannah's heartfelt prayer led her to the temple, where she made a vow, creating a sacred bond with God. Through her faith, she received her son Samuel, who became a prophet. Her desire was not a weakness but a divine catalyst, drawing her closer to God's plan. Could it be that your own unfulfilled desires are drawing you into deeper alignment with His will? Every yearning within you may be a part of a grand design, a divine encouragement to step forward in faith. Chosen ones, understand that desire alone is not the destination. It is the starting point. Without the divine spark of desire, there would be no growth, no call to transformation. Your longings are like seeds planted in the soil of God's creation, signaling heaven to lean in and listen. Yet many remain stuck in a cycle of wanting, endlessly praying without release. Why? Because, in their hearts, they hold only the feeling of lack. Each time they say, "I want this," they affirm the gap instead of the blessing. When desire is locked in a mindset of absence, it reinforces the notion that fulfillment is far off, even unreachable. Jesus taught us in Mark 11 verse 24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This is the heart of the shift, from longing to believing, from wanting to trusting. When you ask with faith, you proclaim not just the hope but the expectation that your prayers are heard and answered. You bridge the space between your desire and God's promise by holding it as already fulfilled. Chosen ones, could it be that the act of letting go, of moving from wanting to knowing, is the final step in claiming your blessings? As you reflect, consider, what might happen if, instead of yearning, you began to thank God as if it were already done? When you shift your energy from wanting to having, you open the door to divine abundance. This transformation doesn't mean ignoring your desires. It means embracing them with faith that they are already in motion. Faith is the foundation on which every desire rests. Faith transforms your longings into gratitude, even before they physically manifest. Faith lets you embody the truth of having, shifting your focus from what's missing to what is already promised by God. Through this mindset, your heart is prepared, your spirit is open, and you step into alignment with divine provision. Chosen ones, you are not called to live in lack or endless wanting. Your path is one of abundance, as you are not merely spectators in your lives but co-creators with the divine. God has given you the ability to align with His purpose, to move from desire to manifestation through the power of faith. Living in the energy of having allows you to claim blessings with an open heart, ready to receive. The Bible gives us examples of those who walked this path, like Abraham, who believed in God's promise even when it seemed impossible. Could it be that you are called to walk in similar faith, to trust in the unseen as though it were already reality? In moving from a place of wanting to having, you enter a divine partnership with God. This is more than passive faith. It is active co-creation. No longer are you bound by waiting and wondering, but by taking steps that align with your divine calling. Consider Elijah, who prayed for rain during a drought. He didn't merely ask, he acted in faith, sending his servant to look toward the sea, expecting God's answer. When you hold this kind of expectation, you're no longer waiting but preparing. You shift from hoping to receiving, from dreaming to manifesting. The question is, are you ready to step into this level of divine co-creation? Chosen ones, you were born to rise above the ordinary, to embody divine truth in a world that often feels fractured and uncertain. The journey from wanting to having calls you to live in gratitude as if your blessings are already in hand. This gratitude is a spiritual currency, creating a magnetic energy that attracts blessings into your life. Imagine the shift when you stop asking when and start thanking now. This mindset of having allows you to walk in the frequency of abundance, not as a distant hope but as a present reality. How might your life transform if you embraced this truth fully? The power of this shift lies in faith. Faith transforms desire into manifestation. Hebrews 11 verse 1 reminds us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This faith doesn't waver based on outward circumstances. It remains strong, knowing that God's promises are already set into motion. Faith transforms longing into assurance, belief into reality. When you walk in this level of faith, you no longer question the timing of your blessings. You simply know they are on their way, unfolding in perfect divine order. Could it be that this unwavering faith is the key to bringing your own desires to life? Chosen ones, understand that your energy influences what you attract. When you dwell in the energy of wanting, you send out vibrations of lack, which only draw more of the same. But when you shift into the energy of having, you align with the frequency of abundance. Jesus taught this truth, encouraging His followers to believe they have received even before they see it. This is the essence of living in faith, an active, vibrant trust that God's promises are as good as fulfilled. Imagine what would shift if you began each day with gratitude, living as though your blessings were already present. The universe responds to your alignment. Chosen ones, when you vibrate with the energy of abundance, doors that once seemed closed open wide. Opportunities, resources, and relationships align with your spirit, creating a flow of blessings that goes beyond what you could imagine. Yet, this is not just about manifesting things. It's about living in a state of divine receptivity. You become a vessel for God's provision, reflecting His abundance through your life. And as you live in the energy of having, you become an inspiration for others, a testament to the power of divine alignment. Consider Jesus' words in Mark 11 verse 24, where He said, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This invitation isn't just to hope, but to embody faith as if your desires are already fulfilled. Living in this faith is a daily practice, a continual affirmation that God's timing is perfect. What if, instead of waiting anxiously, you lived with the peace that all you desire is unfolding? How might your experience shift as you trust in the fullness of God's timing, surrendering all concerns into His hands? When you trust in divine timing, you release the need for control. Chosen ones, so often, Wanting is coupled with impatience, the belief that we know best when our desires should appear. Yet God's timing is not ours. His ways are higher, His plans for us are greater than what we can see. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." Divine timing does not operate within human expectations, but in alignment with the highest good. Could it be that your path is unfolding exactly as it should, in God's perfect time? As you walk this path, chosen ones, your faith will be tested. Impatience, doubt, and the urge to control are all temptations that can lead you away from divine alignment. James 1 verses 6 to 8 tells us that doubt makes us like a wave of the sea, tossed and turned by the wind. When we doubt, we disrupt the energy of having, reinforcing a mindset of lack. But when we stand firm in faith, declaring, "It is already done," we align ourselves with God's perfect timing, a flow that brings blessings beyond what we could imagine. Imagine the peace that fills you when you trust in divine timing, knowing that every detail of your journey is in God's hands. You are not here to carry the weight of worry or control. You are here to trust in the higher wisdom that guides your steps. What would it feel like to release every concern, to place all your desires before God, and to walk forward with faith that His plan is unfolding perfectly? Chosen ones, this trust is the foundation of living in the state of having. Faith is not passive. It calls you to act in alignment with your beliefs. Faith without works is dead, as James 2 verse 26 teaches. To truly live in the energy of having, you must embody the life you desire through actions, thoughts, and words that affirm it. Living as if your blessings are already here draws them closer. Imagine how your life would transform if each decision, each thought, and each step reflected the truth that what you desire is already on its way. The power of gratitude is immense. It is the frequency of abundance itself, and by focusing on what you already have, you amplify the flow of blessings. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an affirmation of God's provision, a statement of faith in His promises. When you express gratitude as if all your desires are fulfilled, you align your spirit with the energy of having. This mindset shift accelerates manifestation, opening the way for God's blessings to flow abundantly into your life. Chosen ones, visualization is another sacred tool in aligning with the energy of having. When you visualize your desires as though they are already manifest, you are bridging the spiritual and physical realms, allowing your subconscious to accept this reality. See yourself living in the fulfillment of your dreams, and feel the joy, peace, and gratitude of that moment. This practice sends a powerful signal to the universe, affirming that you are ready to receive. In living this way, you may encounter challenges, moments when doubt or fear arise. But these are opportunities to deepen your faith. Each challenge is a chance to reaffirm your trust in God's plan, to release any resistance, and to surrender fully to His guidance. Resistance only creates barriers, slowing the manifestation of your blessings. Yet surrender allows God's grace to move freely through you, bringing about what is truly meant for your highest good. Chosen ones, releasing resistance means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your journey. It is trusting that God's timing and methods are far better than anything you could plan. As Jesus taught in Matthew 6 verse 34, "Do not worry about tomorrow." Surrender is a sacred act of faith, acknowledging that God's wisdom far surpasses our own. Could it be that by letting go, you open the way for miracles to flow into your life? To surrender does not mean giving up on your dreams. It means releasing attachment to how and when they will appear. This detachment brings peace, freeing you from anxiety and fear. By surrendering, you align with the energy of having, allowing God to bring forth blessings in ways that go beyond your imagination. When you surrender, you trust in His perfect plan, knowing that His provision is always abundant and timely. Living in the state of having transforms every aspect of your life. You no longer chase blessings, they flow to you. You embody divine abundance, allowing it to ripple into your relationships, work, and purpose. This state is expansive and liberating, reminding you that God's love is infinite, and His provision for you is boundless. Every day becomes a new expression of His blessings, a testament to the power of divine alignment. This shift allows you to embrace life's challenges with a sense of purpose, knowing that every obstacle is a stepping stone toward your destiny. As Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him. Each moment, each delay, each challenge is an integral part of your journey, guiding you toward greater blessings. Living in the state of having means seeing these moments as sacred, knowing that they lead you closer to God's plan. As you live in this state, you become a source of inspiration to others. You embody the peace and fulfillment that come from trusting God fully. People are drawn to your energy, your faith, your assurance. In living as if your blessings are already here, you become a beacon of God's love, a light that illuminates the path for others. This is not just a personal journey. It is a divine calling to lead, to uplift, and to inspire. Chosen ones, living in the state of having calls you to rise above comparison, competition, and envy. When you understand that God's abundance is limitless, you no longer see others' blessings as a threat but as a confirmation of His generosity. You celebrate others' victories, knowing that there is more than enough for everyone. In this state, you are freed from the chains of lack, and you embody a sense of wholeness. Living in the energy of having means you are complete, trusting that what is meant for you will come to you without delay. This perspective brings freedom and peace to your relationships. No longer driven by insecurity or fear, you interact with others from a place of love and confidence. The divine assurance within you radiates outward, transforming how you connect with friends, family, and even strangers. Your faith becomes a source of strength, making you a pillar of grace and a mirror of God's love. As you deepen in this state, you begin to see others not as separate but as fellow travelers on the same sacred journey, each with their own blessings and path. Imagine a life where worry and anxiety have no hold over you. Living in the state of having allows you to approach each day with an unwavering calm, knowing that God's hand guides every detail. This peace is not passive but active, a powerful state of alignment with God's promises. In this space, you are no longer reacting to the world's pressures, but moving with divine purpose. Your energy becomes a stabilizing force, a grounding presence that others are drawn to, even if they cannot explain why. Embracing the energy of having changes the way you perceive time itself. Impatience fades as you trust in divine timing, understanding that each moment has its purpose. You become attuned to the sacred rhythm of life, recognizing that every blessing, every opportunity, and every encounter comes at the perfect moment. When you live in this flow, you are no longer bound by human schedules or deadlines, but free to trust that God's timing is always perfect, unfolding exactly as it should for your highest good. In this state, your actions are rooted in purpose. No longer are you driven by fear or the need to prove yourself. Instead, every step you take becomes an expression of faith, a testament to the truth that you are already complete in God's eyes. Each decision, each choice, is an act of trust, knowing that you are on the right path, guided by divine wisdom. You find joy in the journey itself, rather than in some distant outcome, for you know that you are living in alignment with God's perfect plan. As you live in the energy of having, you cultivate an unshakable faith that withstands any challenge. You begin to see obstacles not as barriers but as invitations to grow, to deepen in your trust, and to reaffirm your alignment with God. When trials arise, you do not waver. Instead, you stand firm, knowing that God is with you. Each difficulty becomes a refining fire, strengthening your spirit and solidifying your connection to divine abundance. Could it be that every challenge is a gift, a step toward greater blessings? This state of having is not about simply receiving. It's about becoming a vessel through which God's blessings flow. You realize that you are not just here to be blessed, but to be a blessing to others. Your life becomes a channel for God's love, mercy, and abundance. As you live in this energy, you naturally inspire those around you, lifting them up with your faith and your peace. Your presence becomes a reminder that with God, all things are possible, and that His provision is endless. Living in the energy of having brings a profound sense of gratitude. You begin each day with a heart full of thanks, not only for the blessings you see but for those yet to come. Gratitude becomes your constant prayer, a silent acknowledgement of God's grace in every moment. In this state, you no longer focus on what is lacking, for you are aware of the infinite blessings surrounding you. Every breath, every heartbeat, is a reminder of God's goodness, and you walk in the joy of this awareness. Chosen ones, this journey from wanting to having is not always easy. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the world's noise seems louder than God's voice. But remember, faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the choice to trust God despite it. In these moments, return to the energy of having. Remind yourself of His promises, and declare, "It is already done." This declaration realigns you with divine truth, dispelling the shadows of fear and returning you to the light of God's assurance. Imagine a life where every decision, every step, every thought is guided by divine wisdom. Living in the energy of having means you are open to God's guidance, receptive to His voice in every situation. No longer do you rely solely on your own understanding. Instead, you seek His wisdom, trusting that He knows the way. As Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." In this trust, you find clarity, direction, and peace. As you deepen in this alignment, you will notice that your intuition sharpens. Living in the energy of having connects you to your higher self, the divine spark within that guides you with clarity and confidence. You begin to make choices not from a place of fear, but from a place of trust, knowing that each step is divinely guided. Your life takes on a flow, a sense of ease and grace that transcends human understanding, for you are no longer navigating alone but with the guidance of the Almighty. In this state, even your language changes. No longer do you speak words of lack or limitation. Instead, your words become declarations of faith, affirmations of abundance. You speak as though your blessings are already here, for you know that God has already set them in motion. Your words carry power, shaping your reality and aligning your spirit with divine abundance. Remember, chosen ones, that your words are a reflection of your faith, a testament to your trust in God's promises. Living in the energy of having also requires humility. As you receive God's blessings, you recognize that they are not merely for your own benefit but for His glory. You live with a heart open to serve, to share, and to uplift. In this way, your life becomes a reflection of God's love, a beacon that points others toward Him. Each blessing is an opportunity to give thanks, to express gratitude, and to honor the one who has made all things possible. This humility keeps you grounded, centered in divine truth. Chosen ones, understand that this state of having is a continuous journey. Each day, each moment is a new invitation to deepen your faith, to trust more fully, and to align more completely with God's will. The journey is not about reaching a final destination, but about living each step with purpose, gratitude, and joy. As you walk this path, remember that God is with you, guiding you, supporting you, and celebrating each step you take toward Him. Living in the energy of having transforms your entire perspective. You see life through the lens of abundance, recognizing that you are already whole, already blessed, already enough. No longer are you defined by what you lack or what you hope to gain, but by the truth of God's love and provision. This truth is unshakable, a foundation that remains steady no matter what storms may come. It is the essence of faith, the assurance that in God, you have all that you need. Imagine the freedom that comes from releasing every worry, every fear, every need to control. Living in the energy of having means that you trust so deeply in God's plan that you no longer carry the burdens of anxiety or doubt. You walk in peace, knowing that His hand is upon you, that His love surrounds you, and that His blessings are already unfolding in ways beyond your imagination. This peace is a gift, a glimpse into the limitless nature of His grace. Chosen ones, know that the journey from wanting to having is an invitation to step into your divine power. You are not here to live a life of scarcity or struggle, but to experience the fullness of God's provision. By aligning with His will, you awaken to your true nature as a co-creator with the divine. You become a living testament to His goodness, a vessel through which His love and abundance flow into the world. As you embrace this truth, chosen ones, remember that you are never alone. God walks with you, guiding your steps, lighting your path, and filling your life with blessings. Each moment is an opportunity to deepen your faith, to trust more fully, and to receive more openly. As you step into the state of having, you align with the divine flow, allowing God's grace to shape your life in ways you never imagined. If this message has spoken to your heart, I invite you to support this channel. Your engagement allows us to continue sharing these messages of faith, purpose, and divine alignment. Consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this message with those who may need it. Comment below to declare your readiness to receive, and may God's blessings flow into your life abundantly. Chosen ones, the journey from wanting to having is a sacred path, a journey of faith, surrender, and divine alignment. As you live in this truth, you become a powerful force of light, a vessel for God's love and abundance. Remember that you are already complete, already blessed, already connected to the source of all things. Stand in this truth, and let your life be a testament to the miraculous power of living in divine alignment. And as we close, remember to watch the recommended video on your screen to deepen your understanding and connection to this path. Continue to walk in faith, chosen ones, for God has prepared blessings beyond measure for you. Embrace the energy of having, trust in His timing, and know that all things are unfolding perfectly. May His love, peace, and abundance fill your heart and guide you always.